Welcome back to another walk around and test drive here at Coyote Classics. I'm Dalton, this is Chad, and behind us is one of the most beautiful Mustang Coupes that I've seen in recent years. Chad, why don't you go ahead and fire this beautiful 1966 Mustang up? This car is probably one of my favorite little Mustang Coupes that we've had here. The GT dual exhaust, GT gas cap, and a stunning paint color with the Redline wheels. Gorgeous car. I love what they did with the dash. We'll get really in depth with this car as we go around it, but here's a little sneak peek of that beautiful interior. Full console, air conditioning. If you're looking for a Mustang Coupe, what's better than this turquoise one right here?
As far as the engine bay on this car was completely restored. If you look at the engine bay, you got all the correct Ford Motor Company hoses, aftermarket air conditioning on this car, blows ice cold, new battery ends down here, new battery. I mean, just a fantastic car. Engine bay looks nice. Of course, here we have our factory VIN number. This car was a C-code car, which is going to tell us that this was a factory 2-barrel car. It is not a real GT, but it's got all the GT stuff. It's got the correct headlights, fog lights, and they're all working. It's got some nice options with power steering, air conditioning. It's got the GT dual exhaust in the back. It's got the console, and it's a fantastic looking car.
Absolutely beautiful. Definitely a show quality Mustang in my opinion.
And the thing was, it was restored a few years ago. We actually sold this car to a gentleman out in New York area about 2 years ago. So he just gave us a call and wasn't using it as much as he would like, and we bought it back.
Yeah, we were really excited to be able to have this thing back. I remember this car, from 2 years ago.
It sold immediately the first time. I don't even know if it really hit the website. So I think you had, I think he was one of your customers you had looking for just this exact kind of car. Something that's solid, something with air. One other thing I wanted to make sure you guys know, go to our website, coyoteclassics.com. You're not going to believe the undercarriage on this thing. It's all red oxy primer, rust-free, and absolutely breathtaking. As we go down here to the horse and corral, the GT lights, the bumpers, our gap's a little tighter in the front than it is in the very back. Doesn't rub anywhere there though. Just check how nice and smooth this is. The back of the cowl matches the top of the fender, and the back of the hood. Top of the door matches the fender well. Windshield looks like that's in really good shape, and the chrome around the windshield looks good as well. Rubber's nice and pliable. As we look over top of the roof, it's laser straight. Really nice finish, Dalton.
This is a really good spot where you can see that dash too. The dash on it's beautiful. There's no cracks in the dash pad, and I love, and we'll get to it in a minute when we get inside, but I love how they carried that that turquoise color throughout the dash and steering column. Just really finishes that interior off beautifully.
The car really has everything going for it. Back of the hood lines up great on the passenger side as well. I love those BFG red lines, and they are a radial, you guys. So, I mean, this car runs and drives awesome down the road, but you still have that old school look with these red lines. If you look up and down the sides, the paint and body's nice and straight. Again, you got your GT stripe, your GT emblems. As far as our gap, top to bottom on the door is great. Lines up really nicely here as well. Back of the door fits nice, and this paint's got a lot of metallic in it, so it's really sharp. Couple little scratches right here. I don't know if they'll buff out. We never buff this, and they're very light. I think they probably will.
Yeah, it looks like they would.
Brand new door handles, new gaskets. The other thing is the windows all roll up and down fine, but they both stick out just that little bit there. Door jamb paint's great. Scuff plates, seats, console. And like Dalton said, the dash is just gorgeous. The paint on the dash, the steering column, and they did a great job on the flat black, kind of that matte black here as well when they restored it. Corner of the door is great, so was the jamb. All new rubbers, felts. This definitely was a rotisserie restored car when it was done, and I'm not sure how many years ago. Here's another thing. Look at even in the back of the back seat. See how they have the correct stuff here to make it just line up right. They did a lot of attention to detail. It's got the retractable seat belts here. It's got 2 seat belts in the back. The door panels are done correctly in the matte black as well. Headliner is beautiful. There's your air conditioning. And 2 years ago, we put this new system in here. Right before we sold it. So the air conditioning is only a couple years old, and it's got the correct console. Another thing is the previous owner, I remember, chose this wheel, and we put this brand new wheel on for him as well. Odometer reads 22,503. Under the dash lights work as well.
I was joking with Dave earlier today, and I said this Mustang could turn a Chevy man into a Ford fan.
I like that. It is. It's just got everything going for it.
Yeah, it's a really pretty car. One of the only things I've noticed on it's got a couple little blemishes there.
Yeah, very small little blemish right there, huh? But all the way up in here, I mean, this is a great, you can really see how that paint changes from lighter to darker as the sun hits it. I mean, that metallic really looks nice. Perfectly straight up and down the sides, beautiful GT exhaust, taillight lenses, taillight chromes, all new. Bumper looks beautiful. Trunk lid fits excellent right here as well. This car is not going to last long, D. It's just fantastic. If it drives as nice as it looks, it's going to be as good as gone. Check out the undercarriage. I'll just give you kind of a little sneak peek with that here in a minute, if I can. All red oxy primer from front to back. All the frame rails and stuff are painted black like they should be. Both sides of the trunk lid are done very nicely. Trunk lid lines up good here as well. Here's a great example. So the driver's side is shaded, lightly shaded here, and it just shows more of a darker green versus the blue. You know, a real big difference from just the way the light hits these metallics. Over the wheel wells is excellent. Right here too, and the rear sail is perfect. Paint's very smooth. 2 little paint chips right here that have been touched up nicely. You can definitely see a reflection. You can see B&D's reflection in here. Paint quality's great. Couple tiny little paint chips right here. Again, that corner of the door lines up beautifully here. Really nice. Top of the door lines up well. Got a new mirror, new gasket. The window goes up nice, don't it? Seats are absolutely beautiful. I mean, done very professionally. The cord is all in great shape. The chrome's still very nice here. Jam paint is excellent. The dash paint is very nice as well. There's really just not many negative things to talk about on this one, Dalt. I love what they did with the steering wheel. And there's your dash.
They did a radio delete plate, which makes the dash look super clean. If a guy wanted to put a radio in it, he can throw one in the dash, or he can get one of those Mustang radios to go in there.
What do you got in there?
But with this car, hell, I just like to listen to the sound of the engine.
Okay, there we go.
Classic auto wear.
Classic auto. That's what I thought it was. Original owner's manual in there as well. Starts easy. You know, if we want to, we can maybe turn the idle up a little bit. Give it just a little tune. Gas gauge works. Oil pressure is way over in the between medium and high. Temp gauge we'll get to in a minute and see if that's working once we put a couple miles on it. Amp gauge is working. Already tried the horn. Wipers work. There's your heater fan. That's working well. Your air conditioning works. This oil pressure is way over on the high side. I mean, it's a great motor and great engine bay too. Engine bay is beautiful.
Great car.
Yeah. Just like that. Speedometer works perfectly, and here's our brakes. Brakes work nice full pedal. Window seals up here too.
Yeah, we're going really easy up and down. Our little Mustang Coupe really gets up and goes nice.
It really does, doesn't it? Second, third, tranny shifts really good, 70 mile an hour, just like that. Passing gear works well. As far as, you know, I wanted to kick down about 65 when I hit it right here at 60. Gets it right up to 70, back up to third. Oh, my window up once. Really not bad in here at all.
I love this little Mustang Coupe.
Got a little road noise with it, but not bad.
No, not at all.
Try the brakes one more time. We had to stop in a hurry. You know, I don't think it had power brakes either, but they stopped straight. I wouldn't mess with it. The only thing I noticed is,
especially on these little Mustang Coupes, you really don't need power brakes. Another light little car, and yeah, doesn't take much to stop it.
Just like what they did on the dash. Also, our temp gauge is just coming up right now. Temperature gauge is just starting to warm up a little bit. And again, our idle is really good. Even here, I don't think we have to turn it up. I mean, we're in gear, at a stop sign, foot on the brake, and it's idling perfect. Yeah. So we're going to leave that just right where she's at.
It's a beautiful Mustang. Check this thing out on our website, coyoteclassics.com. I'll put the link down in the comments section of this video. If you like this video, you want to see more cars, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to buy it, give us a call.